Real conversations, real solutions, real success. Success is my religion.
Welcome to another episode of the Porch on the Success is My Religion podcast. I am your host and one of the hosts, the success engineer, and I'm here with CJ, the chosen one. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, let's give us a round of applause for today. Heck yeah.
I love it.
It's Celebrate CJ month.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get no month. I just had my birthday.
You didn't take advantage.
I didn't take advantage of
I let
CJ
people know.
turning 45, boy.
Yeah.
45.
Nickel, when Jordan came back.
Yeah, he coming back. It's a new CJ.
Yeah,
You
it's
see
a
him
new
with
CJ.
the new cut.
Look
He
at
cut
him.
down the beard, neck
Fresh
looking
from
long.
yesterday. Oh my God.
I shouldn't have told him that. He gonna go back to growing out the beard.
No, I already
Oh,
know.
long neck,
I
Morton
saw it.
Hanks looking.
I saw it this morning. I said, "Wow, that's crazy."
Ain't nobody see your neck like nobody gonna chop.
See my neck says it was like that. There's something under there. It is now.
Yeah, long neck. Pause.
Yeah, thank you for that pause.
How's the month going? It's right around the corner. All right, actually, this is gonna be uploaded on or it's gonna be premiering on
my
his birthday.
Yeah. So happy birthday to me, future CJ, 45.
Yeah.
You know what? There's been a lot of revealing that's been going on in the month of the appreciation of the chosen one, and I just want to apologize. Some of you are not going to make it to 45. You're just not doing what I need you to do, and that is.
What do you mean they're not gonna make it to 45 in your life? Like, you gotta explain.
I'm just gonna not have access to them, and they're not gonna.
You're gonna cut people off. Yeah, we need direct language.
I like to talk in codes.
I know, we know, because
Right.
I'm not following. So if I can't follow, I'm sure the audience is like, "What is he talking about?"
Not gonna make it to 45, but that's okay. There's a lot of people that's gonna, get a continuing contract, but it is what it is, and you have to live your life, and I want everybody to live the best life possible.
Yeah, CJ. It sounds like CJ is really like it's emotional to CJ to do this to people. Am I right?
Yes, and no. Sometimes I find great pleasure in doing it.
Yeah, that's still emotion, right?
Because you was warned. I don't never do anything just out the blue. I tell you, hey, this is gonna happen if this doesn't happen. Then I give you a certain time, and if you don't meet the time. It's just like in school. You don't turn in your schoolwork, F. I don't care about the dog eating it. You had something else to do. You had the assignment. Get it done.
I don't explain nothing to people. I don't need you to realize it. I don't have no stipulations. I don't have nothing. Like, if I deem you unnecessary for my future, you get cut off real quick, and I don't have I don't have to say anything about it, and I'll just be quiet about it. You can just wonder all you want.
Well, most of the time I do be quiet about it because
And I'm not saying that that's what you should do. I'm just telling you what I do.
No, I usually do. Since I talk in codes, I usually say what I need to say in CJ fashion, and then if it's understood, and it's understood. If it's not, I don't know what to tell you. Life is gonna keep going on for me. I got a lot of things I'm trying to accomplish.
So
in the next 5 years,
the celebration of CJ is going well. The celebration month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and it should peak around Tuesday or Wednesday. I hope that my secret gift that I want for my birthday happens, and then we got Das boots, we got Just a lot of
Yeah, there's a birthday party on Saturday. There's the
lot
work
of
hard
drinking.
cookout on Sunday.
Yeah, I
Oh
will
yeah,
be there.
Damon's gonna be here.
Yeah,
When he come in.
all the local stars Saturday will be here Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So all the stars that are in my life will continue to be around. Don't worry about it.
CJ a private person anyway, so you ain't gonna really know about.
This has helped me open up and everything, but you don't need to know everything.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about me for real either. That's why
No,
being mysterious is a superpower too. So, um,
I like it.
yeah,
What what July 1st? I'm gonna disappear. Pop out
so
on holidays.
yeah. So we going to Das Boot.
That's
Yeah,
boo.
hopefully we make it home from Das Boot.
We gonna make it home. You know we are.
All right.
Hopefully it's night. We'll ride with the windows down. This is a little trick for you guys that like to drink more than you should.
Drink adult beverages.
You listen to mute. You first of all, you listen to some music that's gonna keep you alert, and if you can, it's not too hot. You roll the windows down so that fresh air can hit you. Oh, my fault. And then you make it home.
Yeah,
And it's good to
don't
have.
drink and drive is what we're saying.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't drink and drive is what
Even
we're
if
saying.
you're a professional, you've been doing it for a while.
For 21 years.
Don't be trying to do it. That'll get you in trouble. I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the topic for today is once you find out, it's on you to go get it. So
It's a very true statement.
the reason why I brought that topic up, and this is my monologue, is that because you don't or you don't know something, or because somebody hasn't told you or taught you, or you learned from whatever, soon as you understand that you don't have that knowledge or skill or whatever, it is absolutely your responsibility to go get that knowledge, skill, or whatever. That is that is the most what?
Hit that
Hit that
hand clap.
applause.
Hit that applause, brother. That goes in life, education, just life in general.
Yeah, because
Figure it out.
last week we was talking about the living in the past, the present, and the future.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a part of living in the past. Oh, my teachers didn't. I get this all the time with my students. I'm like, oh, they didn't teach us that. Okay, so you don't you didn't get taught that, but now you have to learn it because it's a part of you. You need to have it as a part of your wheelhouse. And the problem I have with society now is that everybody is giving up their power to something else. Like I'm gonna source this out. We're sourcing out our personal skills and personal skill sets that we need to be able to reach our fullest potential, and we're sourcing that out to other things and people, and we're living in the past and blaming it on whatever in the past that happened. I don't care if I didn't grow up with a father in the house, uh, or a father figure, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still have to become a man in my own right to reach my fullest potential, to be a leader, to I gotta figure it out
You
at
ain't
the
lying.
end. And society, and the thing that bothers me again is that even people with kids, even if you have kids, and if you understand that you didn't get something while you were growing up, it's on you to teach your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving away your power if you say, "Oh, the school has to teach my kids." No, they don't know what's specific to your life and what your kids need. You need to teach them the extra stuff that you didn't have, so you make sure that next generation has it. I talked to the dude on going home on an Uber ride, and he was like, "Yeah, I wish I would have had, investing classes and this and that." And student school or my kids' school don't do this and they do that. I was like, well, you know that they need it or you want them to have it. Why are you letting somebody else with their discretion, whether they do it or not, and then you gonna be upset that they didn't get this knowledge or skill set while they was in school when you could have taught them, but you didn't want to.
Well, I'm gonna let you in on a secret, and you probably already know what I'm about to say. It's so they can blame somebody else.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
no,
living in the past.
and you know, this is out of context, but Happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna say I said this to say this. Um, I don't have any children, and if I did, I would superly overly be in their lives. The reason why is because I would want them to have my influence going through life. It's the same way I feel about a relationship. If I get a woman, I want her to walk in a room and everybody in the room knows that that's for CJ. That's CJ right there. Same as a child. The mannerisms, the thought process, everything is going to get added on through your education if you pay attention, you take school seriously, which I would hope that you would.
But
But
we still have go ahead.
but you but you're the main teacher in your child's life.
And
There's
you're the
no
main learner in your life.
yeah.
So whatever spectrum you on, whether you the learner or you the teacher or parent or the student, parent or the kid, whoever's listening to this, you are the one person that can you have the power. I'm giving you the power. I'm giving you permission to go learn whatever it is. YouTube University is your best source of stuff, and they got transcripts you can read. You
Yeah.
can watch the video. You can listen to the video. Those
No
are the three.
excuses.
Three. There's no excuse.
No
Just go
excuses.
type something in to the search and search it up, and you can learn at least something. And what I did and what I do because I started my new adventure, right?
Hmm.
I went online and I just searched and started watching a whole bunch of videos, reading a whole bunch of stuff, researching different products and just listening to everybody that and then I started gravitating towards one or a couple of specific people that keep on popping up and I can understand their information and stuff. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And that's how you learn self education.
Yeah.
That's how you start the self education. And if you want to get into like the different like business and different things like that, you're gonna watch these podcasts, see these people, and then they're gonna mention a book that
Hmm.
helped them out. You go read that book.
Yep.
No matter what you can't think about how what you're gonna get out of it because you don't know what you're going to get out of it. And you might have to read it one, two, three times. And even in that book is going to mention another book or another person that you need to go study to get deeper and deeper and deeper and solidify the knowledge that you know. Everybody goes around here thinking that they know everything.
Uh-uh.
And and even the younger you get, I was talking to a little kid. I was like, it, yesterday I picked him up and was taking him to wherever he was going, and he mentioned that he was in. He goes to Wyandotte, and he was like, "Yeah, he's 16 years old, so he's about to be a junior." He's like, "When I'm a senior, I'm gonna do the auto mechanic trade or tech program,"
Oh.
and I was like, "You need to do that your junior year because that trade program is 2 years, so you need to start it this year." So you need to go and as soon as you get back to school, ask the counselor if they have any more spots open so you can get in this year, so you can be done by the time you're a senior year or you're graduate,
Yeah.
right? And then he said he wanted to do the lineman, the high voltage lineman too. I was like,
Oh
that's
wow.
perfect. Go ahead and get into one of the or that auto mechanic program. Do that for 2 years, get your certification. Once you get done with that, then you go into the high voltage lineman, and get that. And
You
he
talking
and then huh?
you talking about vehicles, right? Or are you talking about the power lines?
High voltage is the power lines. This is
Okay, because there's
auto mechanic, and then
because
high voltage
you had
lineman.
that for your EVs too. So I was just trying to
Oh,
clarify.
oh yeah, I don't know nothing about that, but um, so I was like, if you don't get into the program this year, they have another program, the Baxter Auto program, which is an internship that you could possibly get into.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and but it's a application process, and they do interview. I was telling him, I was like, they do interviews and stuff. It ain't no guarantee that you get in. He was like, oh, but I feel like with what I do, what I've done on paper, I would get in. I was like, no, that's not it.
What I did
I
on
was
paper.
I was like, that's not it because they go off of an interview process. You might not even make it into the interview process.
Wow.
To an interview. I was like, this is like how stuff works, but he just knew, and I'm up here trying to tell him like you might not get in. So I was like, since you might not get in, you need to go to your counselor and ask them for help filling out your application so they can because when you ask for help, like they act like, or people think they know you or whatever, they helping and they save you or
Mm,
whatever,
yeah, I love
but
that.
but that gives you credibility, and they can be like, hey, this student really wants this opportunity, and they can possibly get you into that interview.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Just by asking for help. Like, and I'm up here trying to give him the game, and he was like, "Oh well, what I did on paper." I was like, "It's what is it?
Well,
2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, like 6,000 students in in the USD 500 school district."
yeah. That's a lot of competition.
It was only 4 students in this Baxter Auto program. And
Really?
yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
come on, guys.
Come on, guys, what?
Just, you you guys are our future. We can't have you just dilly dallying through life. We need you to commit to something. You can be a dentist. We done had a podcast about being a dentist. You can go through program. You have so much access to things through school that I don't even know existed when I went through school.
And they didn't, and
And
they
I
didn't.
probably wouldn't even have paid attention anyway. But I'm telling you again, I reiterate this. If I was in this society right now, you wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. I would have my hands in everything.
Yeah, and then now we just trying to make it. Like, we on the we on the kids end of we on the students end of success in society right now. Like, we have to learn technology and how to use it and to use it to our advantage. So we're kind of like in the experimentational range, even though we grew up with the internet in our adult years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Older years, but we still have a learning curve that we have to do to be successful and get traction on the internet and stay consistent and whatever. But you do have a lot at your disposal. That's why I said once you figure out that you don't know something or you don't get an opportunity, it's not a time to go cry in the corner. It's a time to go figure out why I didn't get this opportunity or why I didn't do whatever because they trying to give you this stuff. Like they gonna celebrate you even if you just show up, especially in USD 500. If you show up on a
Participation
regular
ribbons.
basis, huh?
Participation ribbons.
Yeah, yeah. They gonna be like, "Oh, you're so," and you have decent grade. "Oh, he's such a good kid," or whatever. But man, forget all of that stuff because it, to be and I need to make sure my words are right, because I don't want to say be great, like, because not everybody wants to be Michael Jordan. But to be competitive, like there's a whole bunch, like we saw the NBA finals, and there was a whole bunch of
Yeah.
competitors out there. There wasn't a whole bunch of greats out there. Not a
Mm.
lot of people are gonna be super great at whatever. Not a lot of people are gonna be CEOs. Not a lot of people gonna be doing different things that are going to be considered great, but you can compete at a high level and you can be in the realm and you can make money. So those people that are praising you and stuff, and they're not giving you constructive criticism at the same time, like, I praise my students, like, you guys are doing well, but we need to work on this because I see the future, and the future has this, and this. So once we've mastered coming to class every day, coming to school every day, going to class, getting your homework done on time, then we start looking at other possibilities of growth. And
Exactly.
that's the key, is growth. You're not final at at the end of high school. You are not
Mm-mm.
in their final form at the end of high school is the
Absolutely not.
main thing. So once you figure out, oh, my mom didn't teach me that, or my dad didn't teach me that, or your school didn't teach you that, like you got to go figure out how to learn that stuff, and you can't just wallow in the past. You can't just wallow in the past that yeah, I mean, we didn't have the internet, so we didn't have the social media like it is today,
No.
so we can't wallow in the past like, "Oh, well, we didn't have it, so I'm not even gonna learn it." But it might be the key to our success.
Exactly.
We gotta go learn it, and that's why it's taking me so long to do all of this stuff, because I was in there learning, and I'm reading books about it, and I'm studying people, I'm listening to podcasts and um, TED Talks and all of these different things over the years, and just so that I can have a good understanding of what I want to do and what I want to portray. Because a lot of people, like I see, get on here, I'm like, they get stuck in one thing, and I don't want to get stuck.
No.
I want to know. I want you to know exactly what I'm here for, and I'm not just gonna do the videos just because it's popular and it's getting me views or whatever. Like, I'm here to
Everything is done with a purpose.
yeah, I'm here to get a message across. So whether you like the video or subscribe or donate or
It's,
whatever,
it's a learning
support.
opportunity.
It's
It's
a learning
definitely a learning.
opportunity.
Yeah. You know what I like to do on my Libby app, which is a library app that you can just have on your phone and you can read or listen to books. I like putting in, I won't say outrageous titles, but just I'd like to see how many books are made. Like this week, I looked up Black excellence, then I put Black men's excellence, then I put, what else did oh, since it is Mental Health Day, there's a lot of stuff going on in this month besides CJ Appreciation Day. I put Black mental health, and at least there's at least five different authors that popped up, and what stood out was that one of the things I looked up was there was a white author, and I thought that was kind of crazy. Like, how did you?
Oh, what did he author?
I think he authored one of the Black Excellence books.
Oh,
So I don't know if he was like like he was observing or whatever the case may be. I didn't listen to the book because I was like, what are you gonna know? But that's what I like to do. I like to come over random subjects, and then I like to listen to it and kind of gauge where I am in life mentally, and just learn something new, something that may stick out that may help me in the world, because education never stops. It just doesn't stop.
yeah, you gotta keep, and I go through this in my head all the time, and maybe I just need to just this is a start, but like I really need to put my opinion and stuff out there because like they're well thought out anyways. Just like I was telling you about the dude in the Uber ride
Mhm.
yesterday, and I was going through all of these different scenarios and ways that people are human, human behavior. And I was like, I've done like I'm making connections. And this is what I want to a point I want to get across is that there's not a simple answer to a complex question, right?
Yeah.
We think the question is simple. Oh,
Mhm.
why are students not uh doing well in school, or why are they going to college without basic math, science, and other skills and stuff? It's not just, oh, they're on their phones too much, because that's the number one answer. They just gonna say, oh, they're on their phones too much. That's the simple answer, but the answer is more complex than that.
Oh
Depending
yeah.
on your environment, your school, your your home life, your all of these different things, and how those people treat you. And Jane Elliott said it so eloquently: is that the white teachers in the urban schools are teaching black kids or whatever are they don't hold a high standard for them. They're just trying to get if those people don't hold a high standard in your life for you, you have to have the high standard for yourself. So like a lot of people, not a lot of people, I don't know. I think people are surprised when they see that like I've done quote unquote so well after high school and stuff, and I'm like, because I have a high standard for myself and a high standard for my work ethic, And one of my friends, he tried to, well, I think he tried to dismiss it for and saying I went to a good school, a good high school or whatever, and
Oh, okay.
I was like, maybe, but like after high school, it's all me. You know what I mean? Like this is 10, 15 years later. You talk about, oh yeah, you went to a good high school. Well, no, I actually turned the switch on myself.
Mhm.
Like we both graduated from the same college and stuff. So what? I mean,
Well, I mean that's something that is within you that you wanted to be successful. You wanted more for yourself in a way that you already proven to yourself that you are committed to excellence. You are trying to make a standard for yourself to upgrade yourself and others around you. And I think that's great. I don't think that high school has a lot of things that can involve that can depict your life after high school, but all in all, unless you get a scholarship and it's totally free, when you commit to college, when you commit to your major and minor, do they still do major and minor? Okay, I didn't go to college. Um, that's all you could, because it's on your dime. So whatever you get out of it, that's what you need to get out of it. You need to make the most out of it, because regardless, you're gonna pay for it. I don't care what bill is getting passed about past laws and all that other stuff.
somebody's paying for it. It has to be
You
paid for.
you is gonna get paid for, and either you can get paid for it by using what you've learned and exceeding what you've learned and putting it into play, or you're just gonna be paying for it and not taking advantage of what you went to school for.
And
Which I
and
don't.
and what I really want to touch on this because everybody is like, or a lot of people in society are like, well, I'm doing something I didn't even go to school for. It's not necessarily yes, you want to do something that you're going to get paid for ultimately because you're training for that, but if you want to be able to pivot, you are going to have to put in the work necessary in whatever it is that you pick to do. So if you hold a high standard for yourself, like I held a high standard for myself, and I wasn't great at every single thing that I did in high school or college, but I held a high standard for myself, and I was constantly growing. So if you're constantly growing, you're pushing the envelope. Like I pushed, like my ability to work. Like I pushed the limits of my schedule. Like I didn't just have a lot of downtime. Like till this day, I don't know who won the Super Bowls from the Super Bowls, the NBA finals, like from 2003 to 2009. I
Oh,
don't remember I don't remember seeing none of that stuff.
you was getting it in.
Exactly. Like I don't know. I don't remember sitting down and watching the game or whatever. I don't remember. I mean, the Chiefs was they was good, but they was not that good. I mean, I think I remember watching a couple games or something, but that was not a big portion of my life at that
No.
time. From 2003 to 2009, like that's 6 years. Like,
That's crazy work.
and I don't know who won the championships of any of the sports. I sure didn't watch all the NBA finals games. I know I didn't watch none of them.
Mm.
And that's and maybe I'm just blocking that out of my mind, but it wasn't a big part. Like I was focused, and once you leave high school, you have to be focused on your consistent growth. And if the main thing that I want to touch on there is that you develop your work ethic in your major, in your minor, and the things that you do in college, right? And even if you don't go to college, you're gonna have to figure out a way to develop yourself, whether it's most of the time it's gonna be reading books. Reading
Mhm.
books is gonna get you closer to anything. Um, videos on YouTube, but they're not short video. Like you can't get everything out of what you think in a 3 to 5 minute video.
No,
No, it's
no.
it's gonna be hours and hours of study. Um, and you have to be prepared for that. You think it's gonna be a simple oh, I'm gonna watch this 3 minute video and it gave me the keys to success. I can build it. I can have a trust. I
Mm-mm.
can I can have a trust. I can have an LLC, and and then you go in to doing all of the paperwork to get an LLC or a trust, and you don't even want to. You don't have the time, or you don't have the focus. You don't have enough focus to to get the stuff done
Yeah.
or to follow the directions
Mm.
because it ain't in a 3 minute video or
No,
one minute video.
yeah. If you want to do a trust, you have to study several videos. I'm still trying to figure out because every time I think that I put a plan together and then I just execute, I
You
watch
must got
another.
money because the first step is having money to put in the trust.
Well, I am. We are gonna have
We
money.
are gonna have money, yeah.
We're gonna be
So he's
millionaires.
planning ahead.
I'm planning ahead because the future is now, and I'm a part of now. So get ready for us. Um, but the reason why I'm so in tune on a trust is because a I don't have any children. I don't have a wife currently. Hopefully that changes, but I don't know. But I want to leave, you know, my cousins, my family. I want to leave them something other than a funeral bill. I know that's not very positive, but I want them to have something that's going to, help them in the future, or maybe make things a little bit easier financially.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, that
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. I'm just saying that it ain't gonna be a 3 minute video to be like, oh, this is
Absolutely not.
changing my my life.
No.
Like, no, you gonna have to sit down with some professionals. You gonna have to read a book, or two
You're
about.
gonna need lawyers.
And then what you don't understand is that you're gonna have to translate that into your own set of circumstances. And that's what I'm here for. Like I'm here to translate whatever I done read most of the books. So I'm here to translate that into your own set of circumstances. This is how it's gonna help you. Like, even, so we have Zumba on the line, on Thursdays. Me and, one of the older gentlemen, we went to Hawaiian Brothers, which is good. I'm hungry. You hear my stomach growling. Um, we
Those
went to
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
burgers.
Brothers, and he was like, "Oh, this is, you don't wanna, um, eat the meats or whatever that has the sauce on it, because that's the sauce that's bad for you or whatever, this and that." And everything was like good or bad for you, good or bad for you. And I was like, dude, at the end of when we walked up, after he left, I was like, I'm gonna need you to stop saying that things are good or bad. Like, we work out, we are handling life the best we can. He's like 20 years older than me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I was like, you going around saying everything is bad, and you're catering your life to these good and bad things, and mostly it's bad. And I'm like, if you apple has nutrients, but even if you say the apple is bad for me, it's not gonna give you the nutrients necessary just by the thought and the saying, "Yeah, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad." The more you say it's bad, it's not going to help you.
Mm-mm.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, your attitude and stuff, like, everything is not bad. Like, you can take stuff in moderation. Like, we don't go out to eat all the time and eat bad food, you know what I
No,
mean?
we eat
So
luxurious food.
so if you don't do that, and you work out and you drink water and you doing all of this other stuff, like, it's okay to eat something that's quote unquote bad. And who's telling you bad? And I even was talking to him, yeah, because I kind of was getting irritated by him saying everything was bad. I
Oh
was like,
wow.
what about the food pyramid? I was like, and do you think that, um like, my ancestors, like, do you think our health depends on what our ancestors were eating back in the day? So if my ancestors came from Africa and they ate mostly grains and fish and stuff like that, but your ancestry, they came from Europe and they was eating pigs and cows and all of that stuff, and now we have this uniform pyramid
Mm.
of
Yeah.
of what our dietary needs on a one size fit all. What is that one size fit all? Who is that based off of? Is it based off of everybody or a specific group of people? And I was like, I think genetics plays a big part in uh like our health and what we eat. Because, like, if my ancestors ate mostly a plant-based diet, and I I come over here and I'm eating all meat as my main diet, like that, genetically, I'm not gonna reach my fullest potential,
Mm-mm.
uh, health-wise.
No,
And it'll probably limit us. And he was like, "Man, do you really think that?" I was like, it could be.
that makes sense to me.
I think it makes sense to me too." And that's just one of the things that is a little bit deeper, that, and then with the mindset of this is good, this is bad, who's telling me what's good and bad for me anyway?
Consumers.
Consumers, or administration, or
Yeah.
government, or whatever is telling you this, that, or whoever wants to sell the most stuff. So we had the Got Milk campaign. 80% of the world is lactose intolerant.
It's crazy.
80%, but we got the Got Milk ads so you can sell more milk. And milk was
Yeah. It was a
was
driving
portrayed
force.
to
Yeah.
yeah, it was portrayed
Drink your
to us that
milk and have strong
and strong
bones.
bones, yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I see. There's a lot of stuff that has changed over my lifetime that I'm just baffled about. Like, I was told to drink your milk, eat your fruits and vegetables, and your Flintstone vitamins and stuff. And now milk is bad, and they'll go as far as to show you a milk producing plant,
Yeah.
show you the steroid looking cow. And I'm like, what? I know what changed because, obviously back in the day there was less influence and there was less machines or less things to help you do things faster. A lot of things should have never went to automated. It should have still been manual, like going out early in the morning and getting eggs from your chicken and cooking breakfast and squeezing the milk and doing all that other stuff. Now you got machines. You got everything going super fast. And then we, I won't say we as a people, but us as a society, we always feel like we want to add extra ingredients instead of just following the recipe. I don't know why. I used to make cakes all the time at my grandma's house on the weekend.
It was 3 ingredients.
Three flour, egg, the mix in the box. Bam! Wait 3 hours, you got a sheet cake. It's simple. I can still do it if I wanted to, but I can't. I really can't
Yeah,
enjoy the
so
cake.
even that, so you talk about uh milk, eggs, meat, all of that stuff. Like if you go back into our ancestries, they didn't have those like as much meat as we had these days.
Mm-mm.
They didn't have cows just everywhere, and they was just slaughtering and cooking meat all the time. Like they wasn't doing that. Even
No,
though they eat meat now, like and we can see them eating meat as the direct descendants of still in Africa or
yeah,
wherever in Asia and all of that stuff, but like even back then, they wasn't cooking up meat like that. They
no.
wasn't making big old pots of whatever
And,
and
and you know what
stew and
else they
stuff.
wasn't doing? They wasn't trying to find organic meats and all this other alternative
Yeah.
stuff that I think is still the real stuff. They just slapped a new label on it. I
It's
don't.
the
I don't.
exact same thing. They
I
just
don't.
put
Yeah,
another
this
label.
this is safer for you. Here, try this organic meat. Where'd it come from? An animal.
Yeah.
So unless I mean, you got your grass fed meats and all that stuff, and who knows? All this stuff could just be labels to get you to fall into a certain category of thinking healthy and thinking you're doing well. But
Just like I said last week, don't let a persona keep
mm-mm,
you from reaching your fullest potential.
don't
Oh,
do it.
I'm a meat eater. I'm a meativore. That's what I used to say back in the day. I'm a meativore, or I'm a Christian, or I'm a Muslim. I'm Jewish, or whatever. Like those are all personas that are usually taught to you in your youngest years, and you just continue it on without
Hmm.
even questioning it. And that's I think what I really want to get at is that like we need to question almost everything. I even asked my students before I left. I was like, promise me that like whatever you believe in now, whatever you think now, when you're 26 years old, 25, 26 years old, question it and do a deep dive and see if you actually still believe that, and see if that whatever is going on in life is sufficient for your belief because you get to choose your beliefs. It don't just happen.
No, it doesn't happen. You have to be influenced somehow.
Yeah, and you
Someone has to put that little tick in your brain to say, "Hey, this is what it is." Or I'll say this in this time and age, you can easily just be influenced by scrolling.
yep. And if ads didn't work, if marketing didn't work, they would not do it.
Sure wouldn't.
So everything you scroll past is an ad for something that is going to contribute to your influence. Even I get influenced, CJ. We all get influenced
I
to a
definitely
certain
get
extent.
influenced.
To a certain extent, but
I ain't gonna lie.
that's why I said like you have to research your beliefs in 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 society because hey, you got to go in a deep dive because like I talk to people Like, I can't date a woman that that is, super religious and goes to church and stuff like that. So I just be like, "Hey, if you super religious, probably ain't gonna happen because Imma tell you how it is because you blindly are like, you not you didn't." That's another podcast.
That
I
is
could
a
go
that's
I can
that's
go
the
into that, but,
that's the mind of my course.
yeah, because it's crazy, um I think you have to have an openness to the fact that something that you were taught was wrong
Yeah.
or doesn't work for your set of circumstances. So it's cool for my mom to believe whatever she wants to believe, but does it hold her back? Did it hold her back? Like I have examples of where it held her back in her development. She likes to, massage, people's backs and stuff, and I was like, "Why don't you go to school so you can get paid to do this stuff?" Like, if you get a certification, you can charge people $5, $10 or something like that just to do that little simple back rub, right?
5, 10, charge 100.
Well,
But
she
you know
just
what
doing
I'm
a little
saying.
5-minute back,
Okay. Right.
do you do 5 back rubs at $10? Like, that's $50. Like,
Ferrari
that's
F50.
whatever you wanna do, but I the possibility is endless. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could be able to charge $100, but she like, "Oh, well, um, the classes were on Saturday, so I couldn't go, so Saturday is when we go to church, and the Sabbath."
Oh,
It was on the
okay.
Sabbath, so it held her back from doing all that, and so I grew up with that, so I was like, Imma just do my own thing and see where it take me because I ain't about to end up like her with it's flat out, like, you gotta sit there and think about the stuff, like, if I don't do anything, we both gonna be broke or poor and not
Hell
have
no.
nothing. Like
Hell
even some of the church people used to be like, "Oh, I thought you were happy in that position." I'm like, "I'm only making $24,500, not happy." And then y'all was saying like I'm on call on emergency call, so that was breaking the Sabbath is what they said, and I was like, I just have emergency phone with me at the school. Like I'm like 15 minutes away from where I'm supposed to be at. So, and I'm only here for 2 hours, like, and I'm going right back. Like, and usually nothing happens during the day. The on call is overnight when somebody's doing something crazy and the police
yeah.
have to be called. And we have
Oh,
campus security and all of that stuff. So, uh, it wasn't a big deal to me.
no.
Um,
It didn't seem like a big deal.
It doesn't
It
seem like a
seems
big deal, but it's breaking the Sabbath because I'm technically working on the Sabbath. So if I would have listened to them and not took the job because I had to technically work or be on call uh on the Sabbath, like I wouldn't have never been a residence hall director. I wouldn't
mm-mm.
have went on I wouldn't have went on and did anything after that. Can you imagine that? Like, I wouldn't
I
be a
can't
a
imagine that.
group fitness instructor, like, I wouldn't have done all of that stuff.
Well,
Yes.
I'll go ahead and say this because it's pretty obvious to me. Um, has the Sabbath ever paid any of your bills?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, that's why you probably chose to get money.
Make money.
So you can take care of the stuff that you want to take care of. I'm very supportive of religion and everything, but religion to me is not everything. I know that if I don't go to work for a whole week, and it's not excused or scheduled, then I might not have a job when I decide that I want to go back. Um,
Yeah, the
it's the
what I
cause and effects.
yeah, and what I was saying is that, like, some of the things that we believe in and do that alter the way we think and move throughout this world may hold us back from opportunities to grow in that way. So I had to make a decision. I'm only making $24,500, like, and it's on the way to something else. Like, if I deny this position and just what am like? I had no job. Like,
Yeah.
I had no job. This was on along the line. So, like I said, it's either there's a fork in the road. There's either there's two ways to there's two things to choose from. There's always two things to choose from, at least. And my two things was take the job in a field that I want to be in, or have no job and keep the Sabbath. And I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and take this job.
Yeah. That seems like a pretty smart decision.
Exactly. I'm like, but they ain't thinking on those terms. They thinking on terms of religion and saving yourself for the next life
Yeah, well
for when Jesus returns and stuff.
that's the old school way.
Yeah, and I ain't never been old school, so
I just I don't know. I mean, a lot of things I've kind of figured out as I've gotten older, and I was like, well, that just doesn't make sense to me. It may work for other people, but I would say that since I was maybe 20 years old, I've been focused on making money so I can do the things that I want to do. And unfortunately, the things I want to do can't. It involves money. I got pretty eyes, and they never got me a bill paid. They ain't got me nothing for free. Being nice, nothing for free. So the end goal is for if I want to start a trust, takes money.
yeah.
Oh, my eyes are this color, so use that. No, the world revolves around money.
Unfortunately.
The reason why we're at war is because of money. The reason why we're doing all this extra stuff that other people are trying to get us to do is the good almighty dollar or whatever we're gonna be transferring to or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, nothing happens without money. This podcast costs money. We're doing a podcast so we can make money. I mean, it's for your education, and technically we're doing this for free. But if you subscribe, that's like money because then it's word of mouth, and then we can get bigger and bigger, and we can influence a lot more people and reach a lot more people that maybe didn't even think things are certainly possible. There's a lot of things that you can probably question in life, and we sort of I sort of have the answers. This man is very educated. He has the answers. I just add my little tidbits.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, ultimately, yeah, we want to make money, whatever, but the money's gonna come if we build it. If you build it, have good character, I think the money will come. We do got a goal. We got to start making goals and have particular goals for ourselves.
Hmm.
As far as subscribers and posting and all of that stuff. And hey, we gonna get to that. I got a plan. I always got a plan.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, anything that you want to do, you can do. But the stuff that comes before whatever happened in the past that you didn't have, whatever you think you don't currently have, you need to go get it. That's plain and simple. You need to go find the information. You need to go research the information. You need to get people to talk about it and do all the things necessary to understand where you are in life because if you don't, I mean, all you're gonna be doing is living in the past, like we said,
Don't do that.
and you can't live in the past for too long when you got the present right here.
Yeah.
And let me touch on a race issue, you know what I mean? But because yeah, we talk about slavery was in the past, and we talk about that for the black people, for us, um, we have to acknowledge the past and use that knowledge to work in the present and then build for the future. A lot of times, and just across the internet in general, people are just talking facts about the past. They did this, they did this, they did this, and I'm like, okay, they did this. What we doing now? What are we doing now? And maybe that's coming off wrong. Maybe I'm not explaining it in a decent way, but yes, I get energy from the past. Like I'll go back and watch video or uh uh presentations and stuff about what happened to the slaves and stuff like that. Now I use that energy to come in the present and say, "Hey, they used to work under these circumstances. I don't have to work under these circumstances, but I'm able to work under these circumstances or work hard without being under the train of a gun or um without the threat of death
Yeah.
or like those type of things. So now in the present, I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, these people lived a worse life that I have, and now so I can be able to live the way that I'm living right now, even though we still have our race issues in our
Yeah.
country. But for the future, I'm going to help myself and others create a life that was that's better than mine, and we keep on moving that through. So, um, but it starts with education. I think education is one of the most important things. Don't let society tell you that you don't need any education. They just want you to be a worker. Um, United States society has always wanted a free worker or somebody to work for a little amount of pay,
Mhm.
and we are at the bottom of the pay scale, and we yeah, we might have some people that are rich and wealthy, but not it's not all across the board.
No.
And
No.
and so like the way we unlock, and it's not just formal education, it's self-education, it's just education in general, but we got to have the certifications because we won't get recognized, and we won't get the full amount of pay that we're worth. They won't even recognize our worth if we don't get a certification or a degree or certificate or something like that. Then we got to make sure that the pay is adequate for what we want to do in life, and it's something that we want to we are interested in at the same time. And
Very much
then
so.
the combination of interest, uh, the and a lot of people are like this, like a arts generation, like a creative generation,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? So, people are going out and creating stuff, but, like, we still need everybody. We still need you to, like, you can be a creative and still be a dentist, and you
Yeah.
can still be an accountant and be creative, and yeah, don't let anybody put you in that little box of your persona because they
Mm-mm.
want you to stay in that box. They don't want you to explore. They don't want you to be all that you are. Like I am everything, and people only see me as Zumba and think that I'm just a Zumba instructor. No, I'm an intellectual. Like I'm an athlete. I'm an instructor. I'm um educator. Like I'm all of these things, and I don't let anybody hold me in a box and put me in a box for good. because I'm gonna let you think whatever you think because I don't have enough time to dash all of those whatever you think. Because I get it all the time at driving Uber. They like, oh, hey, are you doing this all day long? And I'm like, no, I got other stuff to do, man. Like, and it kind of annoys me, but
But I bet you a lot of people that assume are surprised.
they are, and I don't like that. Like, don't be surprised because
Okay. Well, no, that's a fair assumption. I don't. Yeah, don't be surprised.
don't be surprised. Like, just ask the questions. Like, do you do anything outside of this? That's a simple ask, right?
Yeah.
It's not just, "Oh, you should make good money doing this." I'm like, "Are you even an Uber driver?" Like,
No.
"No, you not.
Mm-mm.
You should make good money at the World Cup." I'm like,
Bro, that World Cup is crazy.
"Yeah."
I went to the joint. I didn't even know there was a soccer game yesterday. But going to going to
Arrowhead?
435,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
It
got
was
stuck?
no, I didn't get stuck.
Oh.
I cuz I got off and then I went the opposite way. I was on 40 highway, but as far as my barbershop, I saw, fans with their flags and their shirts and stuff. So, when I was
Final thoughts.
when I was growing up, soccer was not a big sport. I think me and my cousin played soccer sometimes in the park or something like that. And I think he actually really went and started playing maybe for his high school or something like that. But he's still into soccer. I like soccer, but I like an assortment of sports. But yesterday really showed me that because something is not big in America, other countries it's huge. It might be everything for them.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, well, in America, what is super huge that everybody will come together and do? And it's not a lot because we got basketball, finals is over. Hockey, that's NHL, that's over. Football was over in February. And you got baseball, which is supposed to be America's pastime. Unless I'm at the game, I'm not really watching baseball. I'm sorry.
Well, they want you to well, e everything. They just want money. And that's why I try not to talk about getting money so much is because everything that you see and do, eat, whatever, it has a monetary component to it. Somebody is trying to somebody's trying to take money out of your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a young as a young person, you are going to have to try to keep more money in your pocket than not. And wait till you are like, man, if I could have saved even like $2,000 a year in my 20s,
Man, that's something.
you know what I mean? Just have $20,000 in your bank account at 30 years old. You know what I mean? Just to
Man.
and just be like, "All right, this," and then I'll be able to do something. That so keep your money in your pocket. Oh yeah, this is what I need to mention.
Oh
This
boy.
I picked up this chick from her boyfriend house and took her home, and she was like, "Man, did you know that Oreo or no Chips Ahoy cookies are $5 now?" And I was like,
What?
"Dang." Yeah, and she was like, yeah, I'm about to DoorDash me some milk and cookies. I was like, "What?" Uh, and she was
Wait a
like, "I'm
minute.
just craving some milk and cookies." And I was like, "Eh, I'm okay with you craving milk and cookies, but DoorDashing the milk and cookies to your place
That's
is
crazy.
is a is suspect." And I need I was like I was like how much are you gonna spend on DoorDash to get the milk? She was like,
10
double.
bucks. $10 plus.
Yeah, double what she was gonna pay for the milk and cookies.
Yeah, that's
And I was
crazy.
like, "That's the crazy part." And she was like, I was like, "Do you mind doing that?" And I was like, "I can't." She said that she didn't mind doing that, and I was like, "I can't bring my DoorDash is the one thing that I have not tried at all. Like I Uber every once in a while, but DoorDash is one thing that I am not trying. I'm not about to pay you $20 extra for a meal that I can go get right around the corner."
Well,
And that's one of the conditionings to make you into a consumer. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you that story because now she is a total consumer and she's 30 years old. You know what I mean? Like, and the convenience, you're paying for the convenience, yes,
yeah,
but dang, wait, wait, like you don't need everything right now. Like, wait and go pick it up. Like, go.
I would have did that.
And she lived like 5 minutes from a high V.
Oh, yeah, I would have trucked it up there. As soon
I
as you
took her and
dropped off,
dropped her off at Shining Mission Parkway in Plum, and High V is right there.
oh yeah, I know that area. It's crazy.
I was like, "Come on, man, yeah, milk and cookie. You can walk. She could walk on, and you wouldn't be on the highway. You wouldn't have to cross the highway. It got uh sidewalks and everything straight to the Hy-Vee and go get you
Yeah,
some milk and cookies
and the
for
and the depending on what kind of milk she gets, she's gonna be out of there for $10, including milk,
yeah,
and you'll get some change back.
right. That's what I'm saying. But you had to spend $20. She gave me a
Well,
$7 tip though. It's all good.
shout out to you then. Good tipper. We like that. You tip for your services. But
Yeah,
no, I came across that and I just thought it was crazy, and I looked at my phone. I was like,
across what? Came across what?
I was trying to help a friend out. I was like, hey, I'll bring you some food. She was like, well, can you DoorDash it? I was like, no, I'm the DoorDash.
Oh, she
I'll
just
just
didn't
leave it
want to
at your,
see.
I'll just leave it at your door and call it a day. And why am I gonna pay extra for something that I can do?
Yeah, and it ain't gonna cost me an arm and a leg
Yeah.
extra.
Plus, I haven't did that, like order groceries and stuff, because I don't want you to just pick whatever you want. I like to look at the expiration dates and stuff. I'm
Oh
just a
yeah.
weird. I'm just
Yeah,
weird.
people just be throwing stuff in that cart, or I don't like people picking up my food, like, and then it's gonna be cold by the time I get it. I might as well go get it so it'll be hot.
I'm just saying. I haven't.
Eh,
I won't
eh,
even call it lazy. I know it's a convenience, and I know that it evolved from COVID and you having to be home. So a lot of things that we're accustomed to now happen because of a tragedy that we couldn't control because our pandemic team was fired for some odd reason, and I don't want to get into
Anyways,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm not there yet.
All right, last thoughts, final thoughts. Go ahead. You wanna?
Oh, you know what I'm gonna say? You
All
know,
right,
be
hold
out of
on. Yeah, you do the end. I'll do this. So if you want it, you gotta go get it. And that is true for the things that you don't even know. So if you want it, you gotta go get it. And if you don't got it, you still gotta go get it. And if you didn't get it, you gotta go get it.
gotta get it.
So
Either way, you going to get it.
you gotta go get it. You can't wait for nobody to bring it to you. You can't wait for nobody to give it on a platter. There's a lot of people out there that do come from good families and do have an adequate amount of money that they can uh f off some things
Oh,
and not actually have the knowledge or whatever. But in our situation, no, you need the knowledge. You need to understand where you came from. You need to understand what you need to do. You need to understand what you have now available to you. You need to know all of these things. So if you don't know it and you're trying to get to another place, you got to go get it.
Yeah, I want you guys to take care of yourself and do whatever you need to do to be better at what you're trying to do, accomplish something, achieve something. Just make better decisions that's going to help you and benefit you, especially if you have children, because regardless of what you think, you are their first and only role models. So whatever you do in life, they are either going to emulate or not emulate because they didn't like your situation. Be all the way up, be committed to excellence, and please, please know your role.